auto dealer and lender named Tricolor suddenly filed for bankruptcy in September after alleged fraud was flagged in their books.
You're looking at hundreds of millions of losses across the industry.
When Tricolor started to go down, it set off a wave of fear on Wall Street. Everybody was wondering, what's the next shoe to drop?
The credit market has stopped buying some of these subprime auto loans, and investors have started pulling away from more risky borrowings.
Tricolor was a car dealer and a lender, meaning if you showed up to one of their dealerships, you could also get a loan there, and that meant that Tricolor didn't have to rely on outside parties to give people loans.
Its subprime customers were paying higher rates. That's one of the reasons private equity was interested in this kind of lending. It was giving yields that were not seen in other parts of the market.
Between 2018 and 2021, the company's dealership network grew by nearly 50%. If you look at interest rates during the pandemic, they were super low, and this allowed Tricolor to sell tons of bonds. In 2022, external auditors raised questions about how Tricolor was valuing its assets.
A couple months ago, a junior analyst working with JPMorgan flagged there was trouble with the collateral backing the loans, including some of them being pledged more than once. Double pledging meant that one car was used as collateral for multiple loans because Tricolor was buying and selling at such a fast rate.
JPMorgan called up Daniel Chu, who was in Italy, and told him urgently to get over to New York City. Then there was a frantic scramble to find out what had happened and how to save the company. JPMorgan hired outside advisors to try to raise temporary financing to keep the company alive through bankruptcy.
As everything started to fall apart, JPMorgan pulled the plug, and investors began to follow suit.
But because of the severe fraud allegations, banks were scared about providing even temporary financing, and ultimately they weren't willing to do it.
On September 10th, Tricolor filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy.